Welcome back to this new tutorial. Today we want to create this tiny gravestone scene. Let's have some fun and jump right in. Here we are in a fresh spline scene. Let's delete here this plane. And I want to go into perspective mode. And we want to bring in here a cube. Let's bring this to 0 by 0 by 0. Let's change the size now to 100 by 190 by 30. And we want to turn down the corners to 1. Let's go into smooth and edit. And we can change here the level back to 0. And now I want to make a loop cut. So let's go to this one here. Let's do a loop cut right here and right here. Let's go now into the point mode and select these 2 points here and bring them up. Now we can select here the center points, make sure that everything is selected and bring this points here up. Let's go now into the face mode and select these 2 faces here by pressing Shift, and now we can go to Inset and use here this blue sphere to bring this a little bit in. Let's select here now these 2 faces with Shift again and press on this blue sphere again. So we turn this here into the same size here. Let's select the upper parts here again by pressing Shift, and we want to go here now into the extrude and bring this a little bit in. Okay, that's the gravestone here for now. Let's bring this now in position, but first I want to bring in here a plane for our floor. So let's do this on 0 by 0 by 0. Let's increase this to 10,000 by 10,000. We don't need 8 by 8 sides. Now we can adjust here our gravestone. Maybe let's go back to orthographic view. Let's bring this in the Y a little bit up. And we want to rotate this here in the Y to 37 by 13. And let's rotate this here now, maybe to, let's go here with something like this. And now we can start with the material here for this one. Let's bring in here first new layer, and let's change this here to image. And let's press on this one here, and I want to go here with this, I don't know what it is, planet texture, something like this. We have to change the projection to triplanar. And we can leave everything else. Okay, now let's hide this one by pressing on this thing here. Let's put up the color channel. And we want to change this here to overlay. We want to increase the lighting to 100. Now let's go into the lighting and bring down here the shininess. And I want to select here as a bump our image 15. And I want to turn this a little bit down to -4, so we're having a little bumpiness here going on. Let's go ahead and create some grass. So we want to go here now into the frontal view and bring in here the path. Now we want to draw here the path right in the center, so maybe something like this. So we can select this and we can adjust this later if we want to. And now let's leave the edit mode. Let's hide here first the cube and the plane. And now let's go ahead and change the size here now. Let's select the path again, and we want to turn down this to 5 by 5. We can see now this one is not in the center. So what we can do now is let's go to edit path, and we want to go here into the top view and bring this here right to the point of our light, because that's the center of the whole scene and for all 3D objects. So this one is better. Maybe let's go in the front view again. That path. I want to bring this a little bit more here up so that the start point is right in the center. So I think that's better. And now we can do some changes here. I like to go into the start scale and bring this down. Maybe to something like this, and the end scale right down. So we are having this thin blade of grass here now. And let's go into the cloner. Let's change this now to grid. Let's leave the base. I want to increase the count to 50 by 1 by 50. And now we can see that this is a little bit off. So what we can do now is go back here into the rotation and change the Y and the Z scale to 0. So this looks now better. And let's go back here into our cloner, and I want to change the size now to 5 by 10 by 5. So we are having here now a little bit of grid. And now when we are bringing back here our cube, we can see that we're having here now the grass and the grass, our gravestone, and that's looking better right now. Let's go ahead here and start here now with the material so we can see this one a little bit better. Let's go ahead and bring up here the color. And I like to change this to a greenish color. Let's bring this one, the lightning, up to 100, and this one here to overlay. And let's go here to the randomness. And let's have some fun here with this one. So I like to change here the positions a little bit. So let's go with 35. And maybe let's turn this a little bit down here. You can play here with all the randomness settings. So everything looks like you want. Maybe something like this is cool here. Yeah, let's zoom a little bit out here. Let's go ahead here with the plane. I want to change here the color to black. And let's increase here the lightning to 100 and turn down the shininess to 0. And now we can use here the directional light and change the color to something bluish. I want to increase this to 3.5. And now we can adjust here the light. So we will have here a little bit light here on our gravestone. And this cool highlight here on the side. And now I want to bring in a new light here, so this point light. Let's change the color of this one to a little bit more orangey, and I want to increase the intensity to 10. The distance goes to 3000 and the decay up to 10, and we don't want to have shadows, so we only get this shadow here from our directional light. And let's put this one here on the left side, right behind our gravestone. So we're having a little bit of light here on this one and a little bit of backlight here of this. Maybe to something like this. Yeah, and that's the whole scene here for today. That was this tutorial, and if you like my stuff, check out and subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next tutorial. See you.